Folks of the LGBT community are children and their animals, giving them monkeypox. This is what happens when, government promotes, this type of stuff. This is what happens when the government promotes Pride Month. They give the okay for these people to their kids and their dogs.
I wish I didn't have to give this guy so much exposure, but the act of debunking dangerous disinformation is a double-edged sword. Now that monkeypox has been determined most prevalent among queer men, Ethan Schmidt Crockett here, his one brain cell, recognized the trigger word sex, so he finds a headline that says nothing about or kids and animals, and he points to it and goes, "See? Right-wing logic, folks." This Ethan Schmidt Crockett chump started out as an anti-masking troll, but his rhetoric of hunting down LGBTQ plus supporters at Phoenix Targets,
and we're going to be exposing every single Pride, Pride shrine, satanic Pride shrines for children. We're going to be exposing every single one. You're not safe. Right, Kyle?
Yep.
You're not safe.
Not.
They're not safe.
Ethan finds you. Ethan finds everyone.
Yep. Can't hide from me.
That made us have to pay attention. Just the fact that he has 3 names should have tipped us off that he was a danger to society. He's co-opted Kari Lake as a partner in his quest to rid society of having to acknowledge the value and existence of LGBTQ plus individuals. Now, Kari Lake supposedly had a lot of interaction with drag queen friends in her past, but she's speaking a more hateful, Ethan-like language now, and he's listening. And whether or not she actually believes that gender inclusivity in classrooms is grooming, she's been part of a movement that's poisoned 35 state legislatures and many more lives. And Ethan is carrying the torch for the cause. He believes if any government or private business supports Pride Month or the LGBTQ plus community, and if queer people are kids and animals, then the government and private businesses support and permit queer people, kids, and animals. That's some distorted transitive property. And monkeypox is a public health emergency, so he's ready with a plan that he's unilaterally designed, with Kari Lake's approval somehow, to end this serious epidemic among the reprobates. He says it's got 3 steps. I only heard 2, but...
Step 1 is to shut down all LGBT affiliated businesses, because that's where the spread is happening. That's where a lot of the transmission is happening.
So wait, big government kills capitalism for an indefinite amount of time because gay people are having sex with each other, with children and animals inside these businesses?
Step 2 is all folks of the LGBT community must self-quarantine, if they affiliate with the community, for their own safety and the safety of others, and they're going to have to self-quarantine. And if they refuse, we're going to have to hunt them down, round them up, and put them into self-quarantine isolation camps.
So more big government enforcing self-quarantine, cops profiling people on the streets who simply look gay, and forcing them to hibernate till who knows when. No financial safety net in place to cover lost wages or healthcare costs. And if they don't listen to big government, they'll be hunted down by, sounds like, deputized Second Amendment fanatics, corralled like chattel. Where are these quarantine camps? The border facilities, cages, maybe bus them to democratic states, overcrowd more prisons? I heard many Japanese internment camps were in stables and at racetracks. Could spread out there. But has he told Kari Lake how they're going to feed, treat, educate, and entertain these detained folks? What becomes of their jobs, housing, families? Would they be trusted to come back into society and work with kids and animals? It's not supposed to make sense. It's how Ethan feels right now, and this is his perverted sense of justice against a vulnerable population that has been persecuted for centuries. And the sheer hypocrisy and projection Ethan is spouting here is incredible. Who's really giving permission to hurt our kids? Let's see. The Republican Party wants to keep semi-automatic guns legal to purchase after Uvalde and all the many other school shootings, but expects thoughts and prayers to comfort parents, siblings, classmates for the rest of their lives. Trump's administration fought in court to cut food assistance to kids and separated children from family members at the border, knowing they'd be traumatized. Right-wing governors banned mask mandates in schools during the heart of COVID spread. They attacked teachers in schools for mentioning anything about systemic racism or its existence. They're banning books on race and sexual diversity. They're considering checking inside kids' underwear to make sure young female athletes who look androgynous aren't trans. They're increasing infant mortality with blanket abortion bans and are saying with statute that minor girls should carry pregnancies to term despite rape or incest. Ethan wants what the right wing wants. Freedom for some when it comes to personal autonomy and expression. Public health emergencies should be based on how disgusted you are by patient zero. Big government is important to use to punish others when you feel personally threatened. Free enterprise only when it supports your beliefs. That's fascism. They're telling us they want it. And Carrie Lake has followed him on Instagram and never publicly condemned his insane sentiments. What does that say?